Hello and welcome to the full frame. It's a bit of a different video this week as I'm on my own. Ben's not here. So in this video, I went to Glasgow for work and I had around about an hour in the morning to walk around Glasgow and take pictures. And doing a bit of research about Glasgow, I found out that there were these murals painted around various points in the city, and there was a website where there was a map and I could find out and not just go from mural to mural to mural. So I had about an hour. And this video is exactly what that is. It's just going to different murals and taking pictures as I went. So I was using Kodak Ultramax. I was using my Nikon FE, and I'll sort of show you some bits now, and I'll come back in and talk about stuff as and when I take pictures. Exciting stuff. So the first picture was immediately outside of my hotel. So I stayed right near the station because it was kind of near where I needed to go in the morning as well. And I sort of noticed the central station sign. So this picture, it's all right. I used a 50mm on this and then the 28mm on the second one to sort of make it a bit wider. It didn't come out as well as I'd liked. I think I'd probably like to be a bit more maybe towards that tunnel and see the lights under that tunnel as well. But it's fine. So as I went to mural number 1, which you're going to see in a minute, I started taking pictures as I went. So the first one was crossing a road. I just quite like the straight street that just went straight into the distance and you can't really see where it's gone. It's all right. Like, I think Ben says this a lot, but like, if it's sort of at your normal height, it just looks normal. It doesn't look anything special, which this picture is, like a lot of my pictures. But like if I crouched down or if I got to a height, which is probably impossible unless I had like a crane or something, then it would just give a different perspective. So it would automatically look better than if it was just like at normal human level. But yeah, I was sort of already walking and I thought it looked quite cool. There's no one really in it. This was about 6:30 in the morning. So I think if there's a few more people in it, it'd be a bit more interesting. But I just quite like it. It was a sort of a straight line going straight down the road. So this was a restaurant. I'm not sure what the restaurant was, but I quite like the sign. Ben has this really good picture of a sign that we did in Winchester that we showed in the previous video. It's definitely coming up in the Winchester video, but that was at night and his pictures got like a car going past and it looks really cool. And I think neon signs just look good on film anyway. I thought this was quite interesting. The lights inside as well, you've got reflections coming off the windows. It's quite interesting, but yeah. Like, it takes a lot for me to be like, wow, my picture was really good. So the first mural was this bubble girl, so the girl blowing bubbles, and there's bubbles all down the street. I really like this mural. It's a bit out of focus because the light was quite low. I opened it right up, but the light was quite low. I go back to this right at the end. So if you want to see this done well, keep watching right to the end. That's one way to keep viewers. But yeah, like, it's a bit blurry because the light was so low and it took a long time to take the picture. And then the opposite side of the alley, there was the dog with all the bubbles around it as well. And this came out all right. some reason I thought this picture of a Tesco Express was quite interesting. I think the reflections in the top right I thought were cool, but yeah, it's nothing special. There's nobody in it, nothing really going on. But yeah, like the only good thing is like the reflections there. This one I thought was really cool. Like the van is parked in the perfect position. I did get this with two different lenses, so the 28 and the 50. So I really like that the magnifying glass is looking down at the van that's parked beneath. So the first one's alright, but I really like the second one, which was a lot closer up. Oh no, yeah, so the second one is the taxi with the balloons. It's a bit overexposed and a bit blurry because it was quite, yeah, I fucked that one up. But then we go back to the van one, and that is a lot better. With the 50, we've got a person in it as well. The magnifying glass is looking at the van parked directly beneath. I really like this one. Yeah, I think that's really, I like it. That's all that matters really, doesn't it? If you don't like it, it doesn't matter. So yeah, as I keep walking through the streets, I probably covered like 2 square miles of Glasgow, so I didn't see a lot. There was these pigeons, so I took 2 shots of these. This looks so much better in my head because I was like right down on the ground getting these shots of these pigeons. But I think if I got the pigeons at the front in focus, that would look a lot better. But it was actually the pigeons sort of in the middle that were in focus. So I thought that one, I nailed that. Billy Connolly mural that I got from a few different angles. I didn't film much on the GoPro here. So this was like a key cutting shop. I really like the font on the sign. I like that the next door shop is either not open or abandoned or like shut down. But I like that the key cutting shop's like, it's not open yet during the day, but the sign is so good. The sort of the way like the paint's sort of worn out as well, really good, and like established 1986. I think that's really cool as well. So it's got a bit of time on it, but it's not like established 2013 and they've sort of tried to mock up an older looking sign. And then opposite that was this Thomas Hayes Pet and Aquarium corner. I really like the way that the guy was in there as well. This is like 7 in the morning. The guy was in the shop. I should have got a shot of him, but it was like through this cage and he sort of looked up at me like, quite angry looking. I don't know why he was sat in his aquarium and pet shop at 7 in the morning when it probably didn't open till 9. He was just sat at the door, like at the table. The picture on the map I was looking at, this looks amazing, but in real life it looked a bit tattier. And it was quite tight little angle there. And as I got back to the alley with the bubble girl, and I think I did it a lot better that time. It was a little bit lighter. Oh, don't forget to subscribe because Ben will never ask you to subscribe. I want our subscribers to go up from 11, where they are now as I record this, to something like 20, 30, 40. That's the dream. See you then.